Hey guys, it's morning time. I mean, it's a Friday, Thursday, Friday. Doing some spring cleaning. I had to. The board was getting a little out of control. So before the heavy rains came yesterday, I went and I grabbed the dump trailer from out back and drove it around front and kind of just spent part of the day picking up stuff and stripping stuff to get better organized and kind of clean up some space. The tent garage was getting so full that the center bay, I couldn't put a car in it, and there was some machines in there that just wouldn't sell or just didn't have much of a value to it. So as you can see, the trailer's hooked up to the truck, and I dragged out from out back and I just started stripping it and stripping stuff and chucking. Now, you know as well as I do that by about this time tomorrow, after I dump it, there's going to be one or two things I wanted out of here. But that's just the way it goes. So, she's pretty full. I have a, like I should have stole those sprockets and chains. I know I should for some kind of bike build or whatnot. Oh well. The other part of that is too that it actually fills up just as fast. So after I dump this load, I could probably actually do another one. I got more crap to go. That scooter's got to go in back. There's another one behind it, a bunch of scrap metal. And I want to try to clean up this area. It was getting out of control. You couldn't see anything over here. This area was growing like moss. Let's do a contest with no prize. What do you think the dollar amount is going to be for the scrap run? That trailer is 6 by, I believe it's 6 by 10. So I'm going to make my predictions when I go to the scrapyard too. I'll say it right before I go get paid, and we'll see probably on the video after that what the actual number is. So that's that guy. And I said I wanted to grab it before it rained. This is how much it rained last night. That's probably got 3 inches of water sitting in it. And this is the stuff that we took off. Not a great deal. There was a pressure washer that the wand and stuff was good. The pump was shot. The bearing in the pump was shot. It was a yard sale find. I think I paid 20 bucks or 15 bucks for it. There was a solar 220 volt welder, but the power feed did not work, and it needed a control board that was cost more than a welder. So I just took a bunch of the pieces off of it, the cams and the drive gears and that kind of stuff. And there's another roll of wire in there, and a couple of the tractor parts, good cylinder head, a starter off of Briggs. And that's the motor from a pressure washer Honda. They ran good. And this is a snowblower motor, probably like a 6 horse. And again, a couple of carburetors and whatnot off of some junk mowers, and a couple of tires for whatever that have wheel bearings in them. So I didn't hoard too much of it. I just kind of took the stuff that I figure I could use. All right. The table. I talked about trying to get that poster. And of course, Ray Manzarek of the Doors died right before the day after I was trying to find one, and all that stuff, the price went up real high on. They went 100 bucks for the poster. So I am going to sit on that for a while, and we're just going to kind of wait. So in the meantime, I did take that table, excuse me, and cut it down to make it so it would fit. And I ended up just putting duct tape on it and kind of cutting it with a whiz wheel. And if you look at it, it really didn't chip the porcelain too bad. I was able to get it cut down, and I ended up just stealing the pivot point off the other one, get rid of that, and kind of screwing it to the wall from the original table. The only problem is that I kind of screwed up. That panel is just masonite or wherever it is, not very thick, but the metal of the bus is where these screws are. So the table's it's like not really sturdily attached to the wall. It's got a bunch of play in it. You can actually see where I ran two extra screws in the back to try to help suck the panel to the wall. And what I should have done instead of having to hinge like this, just got rid of the wood. It took the metal hinge and just went upward with it. So that may or may not stay like it is. I just wanted to have some kind of capacity to have the table in it. And so now there is. And I did take that leg and cut that leg down, and I offset it. I was going to put it in the middle, but I know from past times, every time you're trying to get in and out of the thing, you end up knocking the leg with your feet. So I just kind of stuck it on the other side. And again, just so I have something for a table right now. There is Velcro on the top that kind of holds it in place, and on the bottom, I probably want to get something just like rubber that I can probably two-sided tape it to the floor that would locate the bottom of the leg. And that, again, being that that walking cane that had the boogeyman on it and the snakes wrapped around it. So that's where we are so far. I am still trying to locate a dresser that I can cut down to about 8 inches, and that's going to go on this wall right here, or a hutch. Kind of the same idea. This is you got 5 feet, a little over 5 feet. Take a hutch from a kitchen, something that looks more ornate. Same thing, cut it down. You'll have the doors and drawers, whatever they are, they'll just be 8 inches thick. And then usually on a hutch, they have that upper section with a mirror, and then they have like 2 rounded corners on each side with like shelves that you would put your knickknacks on. If I can, I'll find one of those, and I'll cut the edge off and I'll attach it right on the corner here, so you'll have those rounded shelves right on the edge right here, so when you open the door you don't have a sharp edge that you're running into. But again, I decided not to rush that stuff. We'll just kind of wait and see what comes along, whether at yard sales. We're going to go to Goodwill today over in Derry and see if we could find anything over there. And last but not least, I was driving home the other day, and on the side of the road was a shop vac. You see right there. And it's a good one. It's Genie or something like it says on top. I forget what the name of it is. But somebody used it for sheetrock, and of course it just plugged up the filter solid so it wouldn't suck anymore. So I came home, blew it all out. Yeah, Genie something. And so now what I have is I go from my sandblast cabinet into the vac, and then that goes out the wall. So any dust from the sandblast cabinet gets sucked right out. And when you do that also, it makes a positive pressure. So as soon as you turn it on, the gloves get pulled straight, makes it easy to put your hands on. And what I'm gonna do is take a I might even just wire it into that switch, or I'm just going to get, you know, the strips, the power strips with the on-off switch, and I'll probably Velcro that to the side of the cabinet. You could turn that on and off. As you turn the light on and off, the vacuum will come on and off automatically also. So just to make life a little bit easier. I was using my other shop vac, and it was sitting up here and it was in the way. I did get that whole house, that wood shop vac, but I don't think I want to use that just because it took so much room up outside, and to try to make it so it would be out of the weather on the back wall, that this was just an easier option. Plus this was free. And the other setup, I could probably do good selling that with the planer. So I'll probably list both of them together as a package on Craigslist. And we could also talk about the Porsche motor. I've been soaking it in all different kinds of things, and right now we have, what's the fog, not the fogger, what's the stuff that you use for breaking up the carbon. That's what's soaking in there now. That's still, they haven't moved without destroying them. But we're going to see if letting these soak with that material. I see it looks like it's doing something down there in the corners, breaking up. Tell you in a second. Let's see. Did I put it away? Yeah. It was. Go to the wall of cans. Someone had suggested it. So yeah, it actually is kind of a good idea. I've tried acetone. I've tried, you know, the of course, the WDs, and I tried the stuff that you soak carburetors in. Here you go. Seafoam, that's what we're running right now to try to see if we can break them up. But as I was saying, before I sidetrack myself, was we may be going this weekend to a guy that has to move. I believe he has to move, who has a bunch of Porsche parts from the 60s and may have what I need for it. So as long as the price is right, we may be getting the components for that motor and be able to put it together. So we could stay tuned on that one too. That'll be nice to see that kind of happen. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go spin the truck around and hook her up and take a ride to the scrapyard and see if we can clean out the trailer, make a couple of bucks, and do it all over again because I got another tractor to chuck and still some other scrap to get rid of. Again, thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. Take care.